silver and black. We'll talk about the game. So I'll be handing out cards and everything. I'll be at every Raider game. So.
Good evening, Raider Nation. What's going on, Raider Nation, ladies and gents? I'm already having sound problems. Somebody let me know. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Hopefully everybody can hear me. As you know, we always, especially when we got a few of the real ones, the supporters that come through all the time. We got to make sure we take care of them and show them some love because chat lives matter. So first and foremost, my family member right there, Steve Jones in the building. Kuntz and Butler did it. Back in the building. Appreciate you for coming through, man. As always, I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you for that, too, because I'm trying to make sure I get that right. Trying to make that sound good. Raider Paul in the building. What's going on, Raider Paul? My brother from down the street, San Antonio. I just found out one of my ballers from Windsor, Connecticut is on the UTSA team, I think. So, yeah, Raider Paul, I might be hitting you up, man. Always got to support an alumni from back at the crib. Back from the CT stomping grounds, and he nice too. I'm sure he's somebody already kicking up dust. I believe he's a true freshman. I might be wrong. I don't know, but I digress. So let's hop right into it. Yo, Raider Nation, what is the deal? That's what Rundown would normally say. It's your boy back with another explosive episode of the Ultimate Raider Fan. Let me tell y'all, the past 48 hours have been an absolute madness in the NFL free agency world. We've got blockbuster trades, shocking signings, and of course, the latest gossip. It's got everybody talking, so buckle up because we are diving into this one deep with all the action. Pause. Raiders move, shaking things up in the desert. First and foremost, let's talk about our Raiders. The front office has been busy, and we made some bold moves, man, to reshape our roster. Geno Smith acquisition. Can't wait to hear how everybody feels about that. I'm more than okay with it. In a surprising turn, we've traded a third-round pick to the Seattle Seahawks to bring back quarterback Geno Smith to Vegas. I shouldn't say bring back. Only thing we're bringing back is him to his former coach, if you will, who's had resurgence with the Seahawks and is expected to bring veteran leadership and stability under center. He's no longer a Raider, if you will, but we all know how it goes. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Mac Hollins' departure, right? He's, believe it or not, going back with our favorite, Josh McDaniels up in New England. Shout out to Spence. Sports Talk, Titletown Sports Talk. I know he's ecstatic about that. I like Mac Hollins. I thought he did a good job for us personally. And I can see him doing wonders with Drake May up there. So kudos to them, man. May it work out for him, man. And as far as defensive additions, we've shown interest in bolstering our defense, particularly in the secondary. Although cornerback Byron Murphy re-signed with the Vikings, our pursuit indicates a commitment to strengthening our pass defense, which I think everybody knows we are absolutely looking to do. League-wide shockers in NFL's new landscape, right? The entire league has been buzzing with headline-grabbing moves. Aaron Rodgers' next chapter. Rumors are swirling around the quarterback, suggesting he is going to sign a 2-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. If this materializes, Rodgers would join a revamped offense featuring receivers George Pickens and DK Metcalf. That could be something right there. I'm not gonna lie, that might be something that could work. Sam Darnold to Seattle. The Seahawks have inked quarterback Sam Darnold to a 3-year, $105 million contract, signaling a new direction after trading Geno Smith to us, obviously. So, I mean, we all knew Sam was about to get the bag. Shout out to Sam, man. Sam Darnold, good for you. You deserve it, man. Anybody that starts their career with the Jets, they kind of deserve it, right? When it comes down to these scenarios. Zach Wilson, you next, right? Like, we know. Defensive stars on the move. The Minnesota Vikings have bolstered their defensive line by signing defensive tackle Jonathan Allen to a 3-year, $60 million deal. Additionally, the Giants secured safety Javon Holland with a 3-year, $45 million contract, significantly enhancing their secondary. So, there you have it. Man, as always, have to acknowledge these first and foremost. My main man, Chris Raiders. Appreciate you, Josh. I can't stress enough, man. My guy always taking care of me. I can't wait, man, till it's your turn. That's all I can say right now, man. I can't wait to hit up Jeff. He's finally monetized. People are getting monetized, man. It's a beautiful thing. I love supporting each and every one of y'all. Again, Chris, thank you. I can't stress that enough. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, so gossip and social media buzz was the word on the street, right? NFL Universe isn't just about official moves. It's off-field chatter adds another layer of intrigue. Antonio Brown's insider claims. He's obviously, talking up that Aaron Rodgers thing. I mean, AB, I don't know if I don't want to listen to much of anything he says, but I mean, Steelers, he still got a special place out there. So him saying that Aaron Rodgers is going there, just adds to the craziness, but the expectations. It makes all the sense in the world. Where you at, Spence? Patriots accidental leak. An NFL insider mistakenly posted a graphic suggesting the Patriots were in talks with free agent Morgan Moses. Although it was quickly retracted and blamed on a graphic error, fans are buzzing about the tampering. It's the Patriots, man. We all know what the deal is with them. If they ain't cheating, they ain't trying, right? It's just exactly what it is. And, we got one more before, like I say, I'm going to just dive in. And I just want to talk about these new additions, man. Maybe not all of them. I do know a couple may have been added today. But we got 4 major additions. I'm definitely going to get through each and every one of them and, see how that goes, man. But like I said, last but not least, and, buzz around the social media side of the NFL, Kyle Juszczyk's release. San Fran has informed veteran fullback Kyle Juszczyk, I don't know how you pronounce his name, of his release, ending a notable tenure with the team. This move has sparked discussions about his future and potential landing spots. I mean, what do y'all think about the fullback position? I think it's still valuable. It's definitely not coveted like it was in the past, right? You have more sophisticated offenses and it's way more passing than defense. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know. It's tough to say. I think for sure, though, that it's gonna come back. Everything, right? History repeats itself. I mean, 2 tight end sets, really kind of nothing but a fullback, if you will, with one of those 2 that blocks better. Yada, yada, yada. So we're going to figure it out, man. We're going to figure that out. Let's check out what's going on in the chat, man. We got Chris hollering at everybody saying salute. Man, let me look and see what's going on here. We got Joe in the building. Shout out to Joe. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Favorite Raiders player? Yep. That dude right there. I don't know. If you're looking at the phone version, you don't know what I'm pointing to. But everybody that knows my background, it's without a doubt, 100%. Marcus Allen. My number 1 all time. Marcus is my dude, man. So that's what that is, man. John Leon is in the building. Salute, John, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show as always. Eric Stokes, 1 year, $4 million. Thank you. He's not on the list, but we are definitely going to talk about him probably later on this week, probably maybe even tomorrow, right? So Steve Jones, do we get a receiver, running back, quarterback, or tackle in the first round now that we have Geno? My thoughts personally, no way on earth I'm drafting a running back in the first round, especially not. The only way I would draft a running back in the first round is if I traded back and Gianti just so happened to still be there, along with someone like maybe an Omarion, right? There are a few guys that I would pick in the late first round as far as running back is concerned. But then there are other people that would have to be off the board, right? Like your T-Macs, your Mason Grahams, like those can't miss guys. Absolutely. So, excuse me. That's my take on that, Steve. I'd love to hear what everybody else has to say, too. So, please chime in on those questions, man. Holla. My girlie Myra G is in the building. Shout out, Myra. Appreciate you for coming through, as always, girlie. Thank you. Hope you enjoy the show. Man, Ben Bad is in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. Yes, thank you, Chris. Chris is always blessing us, ladies and gentlemen. Always blessing us. Steve Jones, we need a fullback. Pete used Michael Robinson. I agree, and it wouldn't shock me if we got a fullback. You know what I mean? I don't know. Them releasing him, who knows what can happen there, right? That's still a possibility. We don't know what Chip Kelly's going to do. I don't think Chip really runs with a fullback, but yeah, I see it as anything is possible at this point, especially when we're still in free agency. So my main man, Gunsmoke, is in the building. Appreciate you, Gunsmoke, as always, coming through, supporting your boy. Man, I remember still giving you that program. I need to do that again. Yeah, maybe next show I'm definitely going to have a giveaway. And Chris for Raiders, you are absolutely right. Looks like the Raiders are building that defense. Building that defense, they are. There's no question in my mind. But they have made some pieces, some pickups. Some people aren't happy with. Some people are indifferent. I don't know anybody that's happy. So, not with this first pickup. So, yeah, let's dive right in. Alex Kappa. Yeah. A guard from, the, what do you call it? The Cincinnati Bengals. We gave him a 2-year, $11 million deal. He was released by the Bengals on March 3rd and quickly secured by the Raiders after that. Despite a challenging season with the Bengals, he allowed 8 sacks, Kappa has a history as a solid starter in the NFL with both the Bengals and Tampa Bay Bucks. The Raiders anticipate that he will rebound and strengthen their offensive line depth. So, real quick, I do want to go in here and let's move right on to him, right? Let's share him out, man. Let's talk about this guy, man. Right? Let's talk about him. Let's oh no. Is this right? Shout out to Miggy in the building. I wonder if that's Miggy Fly, my guy, man. I'm flustered because Bosa to the Bills. Wow, that is big, man. And Rex Randall look at his deal as a 1-year deal. Shout out to Rex Randall. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. And I'm assuming you're talking about what Miggy's referring to, man. That is crazy. That's going to be a problem. Buffalo has been a problem. They are making the right moves. They're definitely making the right moves. So, yeah, let's check this kid out, man. Born January 27th, 95, American professional. Played at Humboldt State. Selected in the 3rd round of the 2018 NFL Draft by Tampa Bay. During his time at Humboldt State, now it's Cal Poly. I didn't know that. Wow. He was named the Great Northwestern Athletic Conference Offensive Lineman of the Year for 4 years in a row. Jeez. He was also named first team GNAC every year of his playing career. Following his senior season, he was invited to the Senior Bowl. You know, everybody knows he played for both of those teams. I'm going straight to the draft measurables, right? I think these are kind of important. You never know. 6'5", 3/4. I mean, totally fine, especially for a guard. Weight 305, totally fine. 32 and 5/8 inch arms. I think that's pretty short. 9 1/4 inches. Hands are they're going to be small for his size. Pause. 40-yard dash 5.39. Again, I mean, is it really that important? As a guard, you want a guard that can move. But it's not all that important, right? 10-yard split, 1.87. 20-yard split, 3.1. 20-yard shuttle, 4.8. 3-cone drill, 8.04. Vertical jump, 26.5. Broad jump, 8 feet, right? And bench press actually it's really not that desirable. 24 reps. I even think I did that in college. No cap. Yeah, so, I mean, maybe this is some of his problems, man. Maybe this is some of his problems. I want to look at his games. And as they said, he held his own, if you will, right? Looking at these stats for him, when he was at Tampa Bay, his first year, he didn't start any games, but he played 6, right? Second year, he started all 13 games. And we always talk about, being available, right? Best ability is availability. So you got to give him props for, the kid is solid every year after his rookie season. I mean, he started 16 games. He started 13 after his rookie season. Played in 13, started 16, played in 16 in 2020, started 17, played in 17, right? 100%. Next 3 years, 90. He's averaging like 99%. So at least he's going to be there. He's going to be available, and you can count on him. I know he hadn't had a good season. I think he was ranked like one of the worst. Right, when it comes to PFF, what we're looking at right now, he was at the bottom of the bottom, and from that respect. But look at these stats, ladies and gentlemen. The stats don't lie. You look at his penalties, right? I mean, the guy has, in his whole career, he's got 5 total penalties for holding. You know what I'm saying? He's got 4 total false starts. You know what I mean? As far as sacks allowed, you know, I'd love to see a stat there somewhere. I don't think this has it. Combine measurements is what it has at the bottom. Yeah, I don't think it has any of those measurables on him, but I find that to be interesting. I think he might be able to fit in perfect. We need a guard. Maybe his strengths or weaknesses, I should say, get resolved within the trenches on his brother's sides, right? Maybe he's on the right side. DJ Glaze he's got, and JPJ, right? So I don't know. Y'all tell me, how do y'all feel about our new guard, Kappa? You know what I mean? Yep. And yes, thank you, Rex. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm okay with his 1-year deal on his guarantee. I'm not mad at it. I mean, is it a little bit of an oversell? Probably. I mean, could we have gotten a better deal? Sure. Who knows? But I think it's going to work out. He'll be in rotation. I don't think anybody's expecting him to be, he's not going to be JPJ, right? Let's put it that way. And yes, Chris, I 100% agree with you. I think he'll be out, man. I think he'll be out. Yep, you guys are all saying the right things, man. Back up at best. I don't see him being a solid starter in the group. Shout out to TBM Gaming. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. What do the Steelers do at quarterback now? I hope we draft Dart. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I really don't know, nor do I care. You're a Steelers fan. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it is an interesting conversation, just not for this show today. I mean, yeah, I don't know who you guys go for. You're not picking high in the draft. So, it is what it is from that respect. Again, though, I really do appreciate you for coming through, man. We definitely got other shows where we would chop it up about your team. But we got 4 guys to go through today. My next one I'm actually excited about. And that is Elandon Roberts, linebacker. Contract, 1 year, $3 million deal. Background on Roberts. Previously with the Pittsburgh Steelers, brings extensive experience with 140 regular season games played and 105 starts over his 9-season career, including stints with the Patriots and Miami Dolphins. He's accumulated over 604 tackles, 54 for loss, and 14 sacks. Roberts' addition addresses the Raiders' need for linebackers following the departure of Robert Spillane to New England. And the free agent status of Divine Diablo. I do not care about Divine Diablo. And in fact, I see him being gone way sooner than later. Way sooner than later. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see, right? Let's dive back in, right? Let's share this young man. You know how I like to do it, man. So Mr. Elandon Roberts, born April 22nd, 1994, is football linebacker for the Raiders. He played college football at Houston. He was selected by the New England Patriots in the 6th round. Oh, late rounder, too, in the 2016 NFL draft. He plays primarily as a linebacker on defense, but when injuries during the 19 season left the Patriots without a fullback on the roster, Roberts began to play that position as well. He's versatile, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's up. I actually did not know that. that could be an advantage for us. You just don't know. His early life, Roberts attended Memorial High School in Port Arthur, Texas. He's a Texas boy. Yeah, buddy. Member of both football team and track and field team. As far as college is concerned, man. He's an HBCU grad. Shout out to the HBCUs out there. Played college ball at Morgan State as a freshman linebacker in 2012. He finished the season with 100 tackles, led the team, and finished second in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. While at Morgan State University, which competes in the Division I FCS series, tackles total marked the second best single season effort in history. He also had 9 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 1 interception, and 2 pass breakups. See, so here it is again, going to show that you can find talent pretty much anywhere. And this isn't even in my coveted Big Sky Conference, right? This is the MEAC. But I mean, we already had plenty of examples, right? Jerry Rice, Shannon Sharp. Absolutely. We already know what's going on there. But yeah, that's where he started. So he started, who does this sound like? Who does this sound like, ladies and gentlemen? A kid going to the HBCU environment, rocking out, and then transferring up, trying to make a name for himself at the next level as far as D1 college is concerned, right? After his freshman season, he transferred to play at University of Houston in 2013 to 15. In his sophomore year, he saw action in 8 games as a backup linebacker. As a junior, he appeared in 12 games as a linebacker and on special teams. And then as a senior year, he was the team captain, made 142 tackles, which was good enough to lead the American Athletic Conference and place him 4th in the nation. Additionally, his 88 solo tackles led all FBS. Yeah, I mean, this is interesting, guys. Professional career. He played with. I think both. He's played with New England. He's played with quite a few teams. So on December 22nd, it was announced that Roberts had accepted his invitation to play in the NFLPA Collegiate Bowl. In January, Roberts recorded 1 tackle during the game. He was part of Mark Holmgren's national team that defeated the American team. In March, he participated at Houston's Pro Day and had an impressive performance. Multiple scouts stated they were impressed with his power, mobility, and his performance in positional drills. Supervised by the Houston Texans defensive coordinator Mike Vrabel. At the conclusion of the pre-draft process, the majority of NFL experts and scouts projected him to be in the 6th or 7th, which some expected him to be selected as early as the 4th or the 5th round. And he was ranked as the 10th best inside linebacker prospect in the draft. His measurables here, right? 5'11 and 3/8, 234 pounds. Dude is stock. 30 and 5/8 inch arm length, 9 and 3/8 inch hand span, right? 4'6", 40. But I will tell y'all, from what I've seen, he absolutely plays faster than his time shows. 167 10-yard split, 264 20-yard split, 426 20-yard shuttle, 3-cone drill, 7.2 vertical jump. That's above average, ladies. 36 is pretty damn good. 10 feet for the broad jump, 25 reps on the bench press. I think I'll go on ahead and say it. I think this is an upgrade. I know, Nina. You didn't hear that. She's still suffering from our guy Spillane. Shout out to Spillane, man. I'm happy that he got his bread. It was well deserved, in my opinion, anyways. 100% well deserved. We just couldn't afford him, right? That's all that really boils down to. So yeah, let's check this out. This kid's stats. I mean, nothing jumps out at you, but you know what I mean? It's nothing that, I mean, nothing to not sneak. This kid, he's a baller. Came in New England, didn't do much, right? Played in 13 games, started 5, combined 45 tackles, solo 25. I mean, he's picked it up every year. The only time, he had issues was 2019 to 2020. That's it. You know what I'm saying? From there, everything progressed until last year, 2024. I don't know what happened 2024. Did somebody come and just take his spot? I mean, he had 14 of the 17 games he started. So that's interesting to see. Yeah. He's always been a starter, it seems, here. Like I said, except for that 2019 season. I mean, 85-yard interception in 2021, playing for Miami. I mean, his numbers, his numbers for Miami in 2022. I mean, I guess they must have got a haul for him. I'd love to know what happened there. And shout out to TBM Gaming. He got injured. Peyton Wilson took over. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And I'm assuming you're saying that as far as last year, 2024 is concerned. Or no. You're talking the 2019 season. It has to be because, I mean, his production in 2024 is because he played 14 games. I mean, you shouldn't have half of your production in tackles, total tackles, and you played 14 out of 17 games. So you're definitely probably talking about that 2019 season where the numbers are abysmal. 2024 as well, right? So, wow. Yeah, that's interesting, man. That's interesting. And I mean, 14 games though, and only 46. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I'd like to see. That's where the details lie to you a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, TMB Gaming. You know your squad, man. I appreciate you for coming through and helping your boy out on this particular player right here. But they split time, and that'll make sense why he only had 46 tackles on the season, and he got injured. So. And I think they probably figured it's better to, get rid of him 1 year too early than it is 1 year too late, right? We all know how that goes. So that makes sense. That makes sense a lot. But me personally, I'm excited we got the dude. Real talk. I'd honestly like to know what you think, TBM Gaming. You're gone. Are you sad that he's gone? What do Steeler fans think? Very curious about that. Because, yeah, I think it's a fabulous pickup, like I say. Losing our guy Spillane, I think this is a little bit of an upgrade. I think he's a little bit quicker. I think he'll be a tad better in the pass game. Not much. He's definitely a run stopper more than anything, for sure. So, yeah. That makes sense, man. Chris for Raiders, yes. It is a surprise to play fullback. We have more versatile players now. You're absolutely right. And last but not least, what you said, Sanders. Yes, Sanders, right? Same exact upbringing, meaning started out at the HBCU, right? Said he wasn't good enough. Moved up D1, Colorado, said he wasn't good enough, right? He's kind of got that same background, if that makes sense. So, and yeah, talk that talk, man. We all need to hear what people's thoughts are when it comes to. He's a Raider now. Once a Raider, always a Raider. So he is still a good player and will definitely improve the Raiders. Don't mind he's gone though. Peyton Wilson is just as good, and he was a rookie, so he will improve. Yeah, I agree, and that's the way things go because now you guys got a cheaper, younger version of what you already had, right? And you got the most out of them, if you will, and now it's time for somebody else to pay the tab. That's really just the way good teams do things. It makes a lot of sense. TBM Gaming, 100% in my eyes. So, yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. Not even a little bit. I think that deal works out for everybody involved. So, all right, our next guy. They have him at safety, but I believe he's a corner, but can play safety. I don't know how you want to call it, but hey, Lonnie Johnson Jr. Contract details undisclosed, so maybe if somebody got those details, this is just when I did my research. I didn't get it pulled up yet. Background: Johnson, formerly with the Carolina Panthers, has also played for the Houston Texans, Tennessee Titans, and New Orleans Saints. The versatile 29-year-old has amassed 199 total tackles, 15 passes defended, and 4 interceptions over 83 regular season games with 20 starts. While primarily a special teams player with the Panthers, he's expected to serve a similar role in Las Vegas, contributing veteran depth to safety position and possibly lining up at cornerback where he played in college and early in his NFL career. Yeah, as I've stated, this is an interesting pick, right? This is an interesting pickup. Let's go right on to it. And go into his background, right? Born November 4th, 1995. He's a cornerback. See, and this is where they have it as far as his wiki. They have him as a cornerback. So Johnson, in his early life, he attended Westside Leadership Academy in Gary, Indiana. He's from the hood. He is from the hood. Shout out to Quadre Lawless and my peoples that's born and raised out there. I want to say Papa Rundown is from that area too. I want to say that. Yeah, shout out to Papa Rundown's people in Gary. He originally committed at Ohio State, but decommitted and went to San Bernardino Valley College. Interesting. Later, he transferred to Garden City Community College. Johnson attended San Bernardino in 14, played wide receiver in special teams. Did not play in 2016 to concentrate on grades. Transferred to the University of Kentucky in 2017. In 2 seasons, had 64 tackles and 1 interception. They don't really have much on him. We always go straight to the stats, but let's look at his pre-draft measurables because I think this is where it'll make a little bit more sense. Yeah, just a little bit more sense, I think. Because he's damn near 6'2". Just to give everybody a heads up. And Chris for Raiders is the one that actually really brought this to my attention. I mean, we all that's been watching Pete and know Pete's defenses for decades. He likes big corners, right? He likes big secondary corners, just big dudes in general. He likes his linebackers that can run. So it's no coinky-dink. These guys we're picking up have size and a little bit of speed for their position. Right? Think of your Richard Shermans, right? Remember the Legion of Boom? Who's the big safety that they had that was just a monster? I can't remember his Cam Chancellor, right? Yeah, I mean, they have monsters. But here you go with Mr. Lonnie Johnson coming in with those same measurables, right? 6'2", 213 pounds, 32 and 5/8 inch arm length, so he's long, 9 1/8 hand span, 4.48 speed. That's decent, especially for a safety. You got to remember, safeties are not expected to run sub 4s and 3s there. That's a very respectable number for a safety. 10 yards split, 158. 20 yards, 2.6. 20 yards shuttle, 4.1. 3-cone drill, 7 point. 38-inch vertical to go along with that 6'2" height. 10.9-inch broad jump. I'm very impressed from those numbers as far as, him coming out. Yeah, I don't know any other way to put it from that respect. Very, very impressed. 100%. So I think, again, it's a great, solid, backup pickup, veteran pickup. Somebody that will absolutely give us depth. You're not expecting him to start or play a lot, but he's there. You know what I'm saying? He's absolutely there. Let's look into these numbers. 2019, his rookie season. He started 7 games as a rookie, ladies and gentlemen. Played in a total of 14. 7 pass deflections as a rookie. Combined 41 tackles. This is for Houston. I'm curious. I wonder what happened. I bet you regimes or something changed, and maybe he didn't fit. But at least coming out the gate, I mean, really solid. Absolute solid rookie season, I would say. His sophomore season, started 5 games, played in 16. Combination tackles went up. Solo tackles went up. Assists went up. Quarterback hits went up. I like what I'm seeing. The progression is there. 2021. Again, he started 7 games, played in 14, 3 interceptions. He had his best season when they traded him. 3 interceptions, 55 combined tackles. I guess they got what they wanted out of him. I really don't know. These are the one things that I have to I have to lean on these other fans that this is their squad and their players to get some insight, because I don't know much about them until they get to us. So it'd be interesting to know what was the purpose of him being traded. Based off of those numbers, I would think he was looking good and very promising. But then obviously moved to Tennessee, played for the Titans, didn't start any games, played 12, very little tackles, 11 combined. Didn't have a good year there, it looks like, for whatever reason. 23, they move him to, New Orleans, I want to say. Again, played in 12 games, but not impressive season at all. And then moved finally again for the first time in 2024 as a safety for Carolina. I don't know. Numbers abysmal for Carolina. Maybe he's just getting beat out by younger talent. I really don't know what to say there. I would have to count on, like I said, on all of the people that know their team, man, because none of that makes sense to me. Not even a little bit. No cap. Not even a little bit. I mean, he's a depth player. That's what I expect him to continue to be. Nobody's expecting him to start any of those things. But again, y'all tell me, man. Good pickup, bad pickup, indifferent. I'm okay with it. I'm happy. Didn't spend a whole lot of money. Right? And the truth is, we still need a veteran, right? Presence in that secondary. Jack Jones and those guys are still way young. So it makes sense to me. So before we get on up out of here, we got one last person to discuss, right? Do I say I saved the best for last? I don't know. I mean, some might say our linebacker setup was the best one out of these four, right? Who knows? Once again, I should start putting up polls for this stuff. I'll let you guys tell me what you think. But last but not least, Jeremy Chin, safety, Washington. Contract details, again, undisclosed when I did my research. Background, Chin, formerly with the Commanders, is a notable addition to the Raiders secondary. His signing underscores the team's commitment to strengthening their defense, especially in light of recent departures in the secondary, right? We all know exactly what departures we are referring to there, and that is the loss of Hobbs, Hobbs hurt, as well as the loss of Trayvon Moore, right? I mean, this is exactly the position he's being brought in behind, which is Trayvon. And again, I don't know. I'm not salty or anything. I'm not mad, but some people would say this is an upgrade. It's an upgrade. Absolute upgrade. But as you know, we're going to go through it. Taddy 707, yo nation. Thank you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. And if you have not had a chance, please like and subscribe. Absolutely like and subscribe. I put this content out on a regular, constant basis, as you know. TRS in general does. The whole clique, man. It's it's what we do, man. We love ball. We love the Raiders. We love our fans, all that good stuff. I should say what most of us do. So shout out to my guy PTS. My man Taddy said, I'm stoked with what we are doing. Getting a legit quarterback was huge. I don't disagree with you at all right there, brother. Couldn't say it better myself. He is a legit quarterback, whether people like that or want to hear that or not. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy Chin, born February 26, 1998. He played college football at Southern Illinois. Wow, for the Salukis. And was selected by the Carolina Panthers in the second round of the 2020 draft. This kid's young. We absolutely are doing things. Chin attended Fishers High School in Fishers, Indiana. He played cornerback and running back for the Tigers football team. College career, played at Southern Illinois from 2016 to 19. He played both safety and cornerback. In 16, Chin was named to the Missouri Valley Football Conference All-Newcomer team and the Football Championship Subdivision Freshman All-American First team. Hey, shout out again to the FCS. And once again, a kid that is not in the Big Sky Conference from that division. Right? There's exceptions to every rule, ladies and gentlemen. He was named to the All-MVFC second team in 2017. In 18 and 19, he was named the All-MVFC first team. Chin was also named the Consensus FCS All-American in 2019. During his career, he started 27 to 38 games, recording 243 tackles, 13 interceptions, and 1 sack. So I'm excited for this kid. I actually really am excited for this kid. Let's go right on ahead and dive into his numbers, right? He's been with Carolina his first 4 years. I'm wondering, again, this is going to be a great question. If you saw his highlight tape, doesn't make sense that they would deal him. What did they get? See, this is where, right, the details were undisclosed. I don't know why Washington would get him for a year and then decide to want to give him up. But his rookie year, he started 15 games, played 15 games. Interception, pass deflections 5, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 45 yards, combination tackles as a safety. Ladies and gentlemen, 117 excuse me, 68 solo, 49 assists, 2 tackles for loss, 5 quarterback hits. I don't understand. That has to be as solid gets as a rookie. I don't know what more you could ask for. His sophomore season of high school of his professional career started 16 games, 16 games played. Another interception, same thing, 5 pass deflections, forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 107 combined tackles, 75 solo, better than the previous year. 6 tackles for loss, better than previous year. Again, 5 quarterback hits. Yeah, I don't know. And his third year, right? 11 games. Maybe this is where he started to get hurt, right? 11 games played, 11 started. He definitely, pass deflections went up, but everything else kind of suffered, right? Including combined tackles. Definitely saw a drop there, probably a good 25, 30%. And you got to assume it's due to injuries. You got 5 games less played, right? Makes all the sense in the world. Still got quarterback hits, and I guess that 23 season for Carolina, year 4. And there's probably all kinds of statistics and software and all kinds of things that these guys use. And I can assure you, every team would rather get rid of you 1 year too early than 1 year too late. There's no team that wants you and then can't get rid of you because the decline, right? And maybe this is what we're getting, a decline player that is kind of on his way out. It's possible. And again, turf is just completely speculating. I have no idea, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know these players. I just thought I would do the research that I could, put it out there from what I can find, and maybe we'll find out even more good news, hopefully, as time goes on. But yeah, last year didn't look great at Carolina. And then last year, for Washington, he's back to full speed. 17 games started, 17 games played. Got a pick, 5 pass deflections, forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, right? 2 sacks, 117 combined tackles, 73 solo. 7 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback hits. He had one of his best seasons, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, of all of his seasons, he had one of his best seasons, and Washington decided to give up. I would like to know those details, and maybe that's what I'll do next show or later on this week. I'll discuss these numbers because some of these guys, I'd really love to know what these teams got in return, and for sure, Chin is one of them. Or the fact it's free agency. So, yeah, I'm over here tripping. Turf is tripping. Unrestricted free agent. Got nothing. I take it they just didn't want to pay that price. Now that I think about it, maybe that's the same thing that happened from Carolina to Washington, right? He was an unrestricted free agent. They didn't pick up his contract. And there you have it. Washington picked him up. I don't know. Maybe I have no idea what the deal is with why Washington got him for a year, and he had an outstanding season for them, and they've traded him. I haven't heard any kind of negativity on the guy. Anything along those lines. No idea. So I will let y'all tell me, because I know I'm not the only one that does research. There are plenty of content creators out here doing the most, right? And I know quite a few of them. Shout out to Rundown. Shout out to Chris. Protect the Shield. Shout out to Cheeto Linus, my main man. And last but not least, man, the Severe Raider. These guys put it in, man. They put it in. And last but not least, man, I'm trying to get my man's numbers up, and that is Title Town Sports Talk. Y'all know who that is. Spence. Shout out to my main man Spence, man. If you haven't, please head over to his channel and go ahead and subscribe. It'll be nice to get him going to exactly where he is. Yep. So, Dead War 808. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoyed the show. So, y'all let a 26-year-old to sign a 34-year-old. I'm assuming you're saying we let a 26-year-old go to sign a 34-year-old. And I'm assuming you're referring to, it has to be Hobbs. Hobbs is 26, right? Yeah, let's mine this out. I'm pretty sure, yep, you're talking about Hobbs because Hobbs is 25, 26. He'll be 26 this year. Hobbs wanted too much money, for one. And you're talking to somebody that absolutely loved Nate Hobbs. Shout out to Nate Hobbs. You already know you my guy, man. Met baby sis a few times at the games. Cool family, cool peoples. He's the first rookie jersey that I've ever bought in life. Shout out to Nate Hobbs. So I was hurt about that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. The problem with him, though, Dead War, is the best ability is availability. Nate Hobbs never could stay healthy. He never could be on the field for a full season. I don't even think he ever played 14 games, let alone, 16, 17. And he had plenty of years to do it. And if you're going to get paid top dollar, you got to be on the field. You got to be on the field. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's just the way I see it. And here you go with this one. Y'all should have just signed Sam instead of Geno Smith is what I'm assuming you meant right here. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nobody wants Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold has not won anything, has not come close to winning anything. And it's very clear that, given the right defensive coordinator and scheme, he'll go back to seeing ghosts like he's a rookie. And that's including when he had the best wide receiver in the game. And you just saw his money, right? He just got like $100 million. Absolutely I'm okay with what we paid for our quarterback, knowing we're going to draft one, let him sit and learn, right? And get on the right track when it comes to quarterback play, as opposed to what we've been seeing, which is not so good quarterback play, hoping to get what we can get and survive. It just hasn't worked well for us from that respect. So you gotta admit that. Just Raiders, baby, in the building. Salute, Turf. Salute to my guy Jay, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show like always. And Dead War, we gotta catch you up, man. When Hobbs played, he looked like prime Aqib Talib. Hey, he looked better than Aqib Talib. Like, I don't think Talib could play slot. He was a corner. I don't think people understand. Slot in the NFL is one of the hardest positions. Even more so somewhat than cornerback. As far as slot, the chances, they got two ways to go. You're still considered more along the lines of a necessity for run support. Like, there's a lot of things that, Nate Hobbs is a dog at. And you are absolutely correct, Dead War. He looked better than Talib to me, Akeem Talib to me. He's exactly what you're looking for is that slot. But he's not on the field. He's not always on the field. Go look at his stats. You know what? I'm going to do it for you. Yeah, I'm going to look at his stats for you. Yep. I want to make sure we get my man Dead War caught up because he's never played. He played 16 games his rookie season. Ever since 11 games, 2022. 13 games, 2023. 11 games, 2024. And it's always feels like it's at the worst time. It's at the worst time when Hobbs is out. So I don't know, man. I got to find out what kind of test I want to call this. Rundown definitely has a test for this as far as availability. And yeah, I got to figure out what I want to call that. But I don't think he passes it. So that's where we at with it, man. That's where we at. And last but not least, man, before we get out of here, Dad, well, I appreciate you for coming through, man. Enjoy the questions, the comments. Yeah, it makes a show definitely much funner and yeah, more talkative, if you will, more debatable as far as the way people think and their opinions. And yes, I hate this. I hate that everybody got us signing Ashton Jeanty in the first round. It makes absolutely no sense. This draft is full of running backs. Absolutely plastered in running backs. It would make zero sense to get an Ashton Jeanty with, and shout out to Rundown. I'm stealing his talking points right now. Ashton Jeanty is not a running back that is going to come in and play every down the whole season. It's just not going to happen. You are absolutely going to compliment him with somebody. He is 5'9", 210 pounds. This will be his rookie year. He is not going to be equipped to carry the ball 25, 30 times a game for 16 games in the season as a rookie. It's not going to happen. So why are we getting somebody we got to pair up with when we can get somebody in the later rounds and pair up with, right? We do have a few running backs. We may even still get one in free agency. So picking Ashton Jeanty, it would be disastrous. I mean, give me Mason Graham, give me T-Mac, McMillan, the wide receiver from Arizona. Hell, give me Will Johnson. I mean, there are a lot of other people I would take at 6 that makes more sense because they can stand on their own. 100% stand on their own. So that's that. We got a few more in here, man. King Juice in the building. Shout out to King Juice. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show, man. Who do you think we get to play slot? That's a great question, man. I have no idea. If we draft somebody, I love the kid out of UT. Welcome Horns. Yeah. Conan, I'd love him. But I don't see. I highly doubt we'll get that. There's a few guys. Slot is a tough position in the NFL. It's a really tough position. It wouldn't shock me if we possibly go after somebody in free agency as well. So, but excellent question. Excellent question. And this is definitely looking like the last but not least one. Jade Harriet. Shout out to Jade Harriet in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Who should the Cowboys draft? Honestly, that's who I think the Cowboys should draft. I think Jeanty will be there at 12. And that's where I think he naturally fits and belongs. It makes sense for the Cowboys to draft him there. They already have pieces in the backfield to complement him, right? I that's just how I see it. I mean, and he's from Texas, right? He's already stated he absolutely wants to be a Cowboy. So what do you say? Right? I mean, how do you not pick a guy that his whole dream, right? And he's literally one of the best athletes coming out of this draft. Some consider him to be the best. While I'm at it, talking this Ashton Jeanty thing, I got to make sure people really understand this. We come from the era of running backs. When Rundown can tell y'all that these running backs of today, they just can't come remotely close. And what I mean by that is I'm referring to the real, true, out of this world legends. I'm gonna take y'all all the way back to the beginning, to the number one man that started, Jim Brown. Jim Brown is one of them that started it. He's one of one. He's a generational talent. There is no comparing Jim Brown, right? You got Barry Sanders. One of one. He's one of one, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody in these drafts have come remotely close to looking that. And these are in no order. I'm just naming people that if you remember them in college and then their pro careers, and to think that Ashton Jeanty is going to surmount to one of these guys, wow. To just see, just to automatically put, wow. Like LaDainian Tomlinson? Bro, LaDainian Tomlinson. Dude, are y'all, I mean, one of one. LaDainian Tomlinson is one of, nobody ever said, oh, he looks like LaDainian Tomlinson and actually knew what they were talking about in May. Nobody. And that's for each and every person I've just named. Another one who is my all-time favorite college running back, as far as that I saw with my own two eyes, and I still till this day just never even understood the man's athleticism, ability, etc. Marshall Faulk. When I tell y'all the best running back I have ever seen in college, bro, none of these guys look like any of these people that I'm naming. Not a single one of them. And I mean, they're just cut from a different cloth. That's just my 2 cents, man. I don't know any other way to explain it. Go watch some of those names I just gave you. They are all one of ones. There's no, he kind of looked like, right? No, Adrian. Did I say Adrian Peterson? Like, yeah. We're talking one of ones, guys. When you see them run, you don't even have to ask who it is. They don't need a name on their jersey. You immediately, automatically know who it is just based on how they run. I mean, everybody will forever remember AD's stride. Where do you think he got the nickname AD from? All day. The brother could run all day. Like, man, yeah. Pigs is in the building. Appreciate you for coming through, man. Hope you enjoyed the show, or if you were around to, to hold it off. So I see a Troy Romero in the building. Ash J is a generational talent, or am I wrong? First and foremost, Troy, appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoyed the show. Everybody, please don't forget to like and subscribe. But Ash J, who is that? Yeah, you got to give me a little bit more on that. Is it an NFL player, or you talking about Ashton Jeanty? I see Troy, and this is where I'm probably going to get murdered. I don't think he's a generational talent. In fact, I think there will be a few running backs that pretty much have better stats than him as rookies and probably even potentially better careers for a lot of different reasons. Ashton has to worry about going to the wrong team. If the Dallas Cowboys don't pick him, right, or he goes to a team that has no offensive line, has no scheme, right, it's just going to be tough. And then if they try to use him, right, if they just wear him down 25 carries a game, I could see him being broke in 3 years. He's 5'9", 210 pounds, guys. This is a different ball game. He's not super fast. He's like 4'5". He's a 4'5"-ish kind of guy. The NFL is very different. Hence why, I'm the way I am when it comes to Scatterable. I told everybody that Cam Scatterable wasn't running the 40. He's going to wait to the absolute last minute to show he can run. Last minute. So yeah. And again, Troy, that's where this is blasphemy. They compared him with Barry Sanders on stats. Just saying. Everyone has their own opinion. I agree with you, man, and that's the blasphemy part. Does anybody on this channel honestly think that Ashton Jeanty has the ability to become a Barry Sanders? Which is a generational talent, 100%. And no, you're right. Everybody has their own opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just telling you my opinion and why I give my opinion. And I'm not saying mine holds more weight than yours or others. I can just give you my background. I was a running back my whole career. I played ball through college. No, I did not make it to the NFL, but I did get my college education paid for. I was on scholarship. So I do like to think I know a little bit about playing the game of football and running back. It was my thing. I still get props from my peers today. So that's where this comes from. This is no hate. It's no bias. It's for the love of the game, Troy. I am 100% a football fan first. If you were at a Raiders game with me, you might think something's wrong with me or crazy. Sometimes I get mad at players for dropping the ball on the other team against us because I just love seeing sound, good football across the board. And it sometimes slips out. Like, how did you drop that? Knowing good and well, I was very excited he dropped that. But I hope that gives you an idea. I love the game first and foremost before any team. And that's just facts and truth. So when I'm talking about running backs and my opinions and so forth, I'm not stating I'm right. I'm not saying I know everything. It's just my perspective and where my background comes from. You know what I'm saying? There are other people. I've been wrong several times, my guy. And it won't shock me if I'm wrong about Ashton Jeanty. Real quick one. The biggest me being wrong about of my entire life, and I couldn't be more happier than being wrong, Michael Jordan. I hated Michael Jordan. I know it doesn't even make sense. I'm just telling you, when Michael Jordan got drafted, I hated him because we traded. Long story short, I didn't understand what we were doing. You see where we are today. So, yeah, there you have it. And yes, Jade Harriet, Fault the catch. Fault was everything. He was part of the greatest show on turf. Man, I don't think people understand Marshall Faulk. Marshall Faulk is by far, y'all got me stretching the show. It's all good. I was a little bit late. But Marshall Faulk, he is one of the most special players. The man took a trap up the center of the field, stayed in between the hashes, right down the middle of the field for 72 yards. There was a cornerback that had a 15-yard angle head start on him that ran a 4.28 clocked 40 in the 40-yard dash, and he couldn't catch him. He didn't veer to the right or left. He ran directly down the middle of the field and could not be caught. Marshall Faulk, and that's just one tiny story of the plethora of stories about Marshall Faulk. So, yeah. That is what it is, man. Ricky Waters was cold pace, but I don't think he's in the same room. I don't even think he's in the same galaxy, honestly. It says Marshall Faulk, not even close. Adrian Peterson, I would put Adrian Peterson closer to Marshall Faulk, but totally two different style runners too, right? Adrian Peterson and Marshall Faulk, completely different style runners. Marshall way more shifty, more agile, more side to side quickness, and AP just more power downhill, tackle breaking, stuff like that. My guy, Raider Transplant, Angelo in the building. Salute Turf, salute chat. Appreciate you for coming through as always, man. Hope you enjoy the show. I'm hoping the Raiders are holding on to all this money because they're about to sign Becton and Jenkins to be our guards. I'm not mad at that, man. I'm not mad at that at all. Not even a little bit. So we'll see. I mean, there's no reason to spend all your money just because you got it, right? There's no need to burn a hole in your pocket unless what's out there is right. Is definitely needed and warranted for that cash that we putting out there. So, Troy, if Sanders isn't there and AJ is there, who will you pick? If Sanders isn't there, and we're not picking Ashton Janty, I'm just telling you right now, it'll be something like a Mason Graham or a McMillan, the wide receiver from Arizona. I could see a cornerback even potentially. There's a few people, but I do not see us picking a running back at 6. I see us trading back before we do that. Yeah, that's just how I see it. Aldo is in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. I'm really disappointed about free agency. I'm not. Yeah, I really don't. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not disappointed at all. Honestly. I don't know what else. Yeah, I am not disappointed. So, yeah, I don't really know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're disappointed, my guy. Yeah, Aldo, I don't know what else to tell you. I think we're doing great. I think we've done great. I think we are right on track. We haven't, splurged and spent all of our money. We still have the ability to make a big splash. A lot of people have just literally burned a hole in their pocket like a 10-year-old at a, video game store. We still got options. I don't think anybody, and a lot of these other teams have options. Don't get me wrong. Hey, they already knew what they needed and what they wanted. We can still bargain in certain areas. Our holes aren't as deep as others. Pause. Right? And Daniel Bueno comes to the building. Appreciate you for coming through. I hope you enjoy the show. I feel good about it. Let's see that draft with the guard, running back, early on. Yes. See, now you're talking my language. The only reason I didn't want to give up any of our third-round picks is because I believe that is going to be the value of the running back. I think there will be some solid running backs in the third round. I mean, solid. I'm talking day one starters that people are going to be like, how was he not picked in the first or second round? I think you're going to see a lot of that. A lot. Guys, there are at least 15 running backs in this draft. You heard it from Turk. 15 running backs, at least. At least. I predict 5 of them to do very, very well. At least 5 running backs will do very well. I could see a few of them eclipsing 1,000 yards easy as true rookies. This ain't a lot, right? It all depends on the luck of the draw, where they get picked, what type of line they're dealing with. If they're being, put into a system that doesn't fit them, or are they going to be with a system that they're going to build around them, right? These are all things that we just don't know. And we're just going to have to wait and see. But Daniel Bueno, I am with you, man. I feel good about everything we've done. I'd be happy if we draft the guard and the running back early. I'll tell you right now, I think if Sanders is there at 6. We take him. Sit his behind right on the bench for a few years, and we're Gucci. What I see. Kyle, Pigs. Kyle Monangali is my guy in this running back class. Love a bunch of them, but his style stands out. I get it, and I understand why. He is one of the guys that I look at and absolutely consider to be a rock star. He's gonna do well wherever he goes. That's my whole point. Like, and he won't be drafted for who knows when, right? Who has a clue? Jade Harriet. Will Daniel Jones bring some competition to Richardson? Daniel Jones bring competition. So Daniel Jones got traded to the Colts? I thought he was always at the Vikings. Jade Harriet, are you telling me something new? Because that I didn't know. And if that's the case, I would expect so, because I'm not a big fan of Richardson. Not a big fan at all. Not even a little bit. Yeah, not even a little bit. So, I don't know. I would think he has a great shot at starting there. I'm not going to say everything in New York was his fault. It's up to him, man, to put on his big boy pants and get out there and really battle for his spot. And if Daniel Jones is worth anything, if you lose out to Richardson at this point in his career based on where he is, in my opinion, yeah, you're definitely a long-term backup. So we'll have to see. Chris Cook is in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Everyone, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Did I like Adams on the Raiders? I did when he first got here. Got his jersey there. I got 2 signed helmets. From our guy Devontae Adams. I'll admit it. I was salty the way he left, how he left. I didn't like none of that. Players are gonna come and go. It is what it is. I didn't like how all of that went down. He was telling us, behind the scenes, no, I want to be a Raider. I love it. And then, right? He's gone. I don't think he's coming back. Once a Raider, always a Raider. I don't hate the guy. But, he made that choice, man. And it just was one of those pure reminders and karma, as some would say, that, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So, yes, Mr. Took Your Soul, I appreciate you. Jones was a free agent and signed with the Colts. Smart man, because they are hot and heavy for JJ, and maybe he saw why and, took that time to get up out of Dodge while he could and secure himself the ability to compete for a starting position. Yeah, absolutely. So, Daniel Bueno, we definitely getting out of here in the second half of these last few questions, man. Geno would coach up Sanders 100%, but read somewhere Pete Carroll wants running back Janty to be beast mode 2.0. See, and that's why I'm pretty positive people don't. Pete Carroll has a type, ladies and gentlemen, and that goes for running backs. It goes for cornerbacks, right? He has a type. Do y'all really think Janty fits that type? Does beast mode run like Janty? And again, I wouldn't even consider Janty beast mode. Do y'all think he gonna have a career like beast mode? Am I tripping? I don't. Do y'all understand? I don't know. I don't think it comes close. I don't think he even has that type of style. He doesn't have the start and stop. He doesn't have the side to side shiftiness. Janty doesn't have that, guys. Is it me? I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. Janty is not a shifty guy like that. He is more of a downhill runner. He's like an Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson didn't make you miss side to side spins and agility. Adrian Peterson ran through your face. He ran through arm tackles. He ran through angles, like complete different running backs. So this is where I know people don't know what they're talking about. Pete Carroll would never mistake Ashton Janty for a freaking beast mode from Marshawn Lynch. Nobody would ever mistake that. That's like mistaking Barry Sanders for Marshawn Lynch. And he's closer to Barry Sanders than Janty ever would be by like a mile. Like, it's not even, again, we're not in the same galaxy, ladies and gentlemen. So, and this is not a knock on Janty. This is not saying Janty won't be a Hall of Famer, won't be a Pro Bowler. It's just saying that style of run is not it. It's just not. You know what I mean? So we got two more to get through. We got Troy. Who is your number one pick at 6? Or would you trade up or back? Honestly, right now, right this second, what I really feel is best, because this draft is so damn deep, I would trade back. I would trade out of 6 in a heartbeat. The only reason I wouldn't trade out of 6 is if Shedeur Sanders is there. I'm taking Shedeur Sanders, and nobody's going to see Shedeur Sanders for 2 to 3 years. He's going to be locked up in the lab, right, while Geno is cooking. And then when it's time to hand over those keys, it's going to be bliss. Instead of trying to look like all these other teams based on the people that we're getting into the organization, right, the Patriots, the Seahawks, when it comes to quarterback play, how about we all start chanting, let's look like the Green Bay Packers, right? Let's look like the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers ain't had to worry about a quarterback in decades. I want to be like that team. So yeah, that's where I'm looking. That's exactly where I'm looking when it comes to all of this stuff, man. Jade again, where will Rodgers end up? Does he have one good year left in him? He's going to the Steelers. Yeah, he's going to the Steelers. Daniel, ain't mad at AP 2.0 either. Not saying in style, but in volume. I agree, man. AP is one of the baddest running backs of all time. He's in that upper room, in my opinion. Adrian Peterson, yeah. AD, all day, man, come on, man. He runs so angry. Banks Nagel. Shout out to Banks Nagel. Hope you enjoy the show. Welcome. Glad you came through. Geno not going to be cooking. Hey, man, y'all can have all of the jokes, yeah, as you want. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. We got Troy a believer. Where do I sub? There he is. I appreciate you, Troy. Hey, man, like I say, I just talk what I know. I talk my talk. Hey, I'll be wrong just as much as I'll be right. So you ain't got no egos over here from that respect. I am going to get my debate on. But yeah, I have my reasons for the way I think, man. Banks Nagel, appreciate you for coming through. Last but not least, man, Kyle Oyford. What we need, repent and follow Jesus. Praise King Jesus Christ. Have faith in Jesus. Baptize in Jesus' name. Read the Bible. Thank you, Kyle Orford. We appreciate that. This isn't church session, but in any event, thank you. Appreciate you, my guy. Perfect way to end off the show, right? You get a little bit of religious talk at the very end, the tail end of the Ultimate Raider Fan 32 show. This has been a blast. As always, I love doing this. We're going to have plenty more people to talk about, plenty more free agents. I believe we are not done, and we are absolutely just scratching the surface. This year, it's going to be better than last. Y'all just got to hang in there and trust the process. You know what I'm saying? So until the next time, Turf is out. Raider Nation, peace.
Let's go, baby. We all the way on the fourth row, baby. Yeah. You look good in that silver and black. We'll talk about the game, so I'll be handing out cards and everything. I'll be at every Raider game.